Today I'm turning a Dreamlight ballet dress into a real garment with a twist. Historically inspired through a fantasy filter. Less costume, more I might own a telescope and a fainting couch. I was really inspired by this high collar look. This is the original Dreamlight dress. I love this dress. I had to buy this dress because I loved it so much. There are things that just don't translate well into real life. That really bright blue, for instance, being all up here. It's just too bright for me. This is sort of what I've come up with, and I'm really excited. I'm going to be using this pattern. It is a knit pattern, so I'm going to have to modify it a bunch to be for woven. I'm sorry, I don't know why you had face hugger hands. So sorry about that. I've got some gorgeous fabric. I am very excited to try this. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna start with modifying the pattern because that is what needs to get done first. Oh yeah. Oh no, my sweater was inside out. Okay, here we go. I am fine. Thanks for asking. It took us so many mock-ups to get here. I'm not kidding. It was like 8 mock-ups to get here, but we got here. I ended up raising the collar a little bit, so it was a little more high collar than the pattern piece. And then I ended up lengthening the bodice as well as putting the start in and extending the sides so that it would fit in woven fabric and not stretchy. It took a long time to get here, and do I recommend adjusting a pattern this way? Maybe not. But I also think that sometimes you do what you gotta do. So we got there in the end, and I'm very happy with the end result. Next, we have to decide what ruffles we're gonna use. After much deliberation, I have decided to end with a circle ruffle over top of this blue lace. Just because there was something about the gray that just was making it feel very maid-y. And I really like the black over the blue. I think it's so pretty. I've also got the skirt pieces cut out. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a similar thing here, which is the blue, but I actually really like the gray underneath. So I have all the pieces of the skirt cut. Now I'm gonna sew them all together and put them together. This is all just pinned together for, what's the word? Proof of concept was what this was. So now I'm gonna get all the skirts sewn together. I really like the fact that like the blue shows underneath the black a little bit too. And then I think it's time to cut out the real version of the bodice because this is still a mock-up. It's gonna be matte, like this skirt. So, what do you think? What should we finish first? The bodice or the skirt? Let's do the skirt first because then we know what we're looking at. And I can get hems done before the end because if I leave hems to the end, sometimes they just don't get done. Yeah, that's the flaw that we have going on here. We're gonna work on that in the new year, but yes, let's get the skirt done and then we'll get the bodice done. I ended up just putting one little jewel here. I was supposed to have them down, but I just think it looks nicer without them. But I wanted to pay homage to those pretty little diamonds, so I did put one just at the center here, and I think that's all I'm gonna put in. But now it's time to show the skirt on. The skirt's all done and hemmed, and it's gonna look so cute. I gotta sew the skirt on. I gotta finish sewing on the collar.